So to start out, you will just take your pan and heat that on medium-high heat. And then you will add in half an onion and 1 red bell pepper. And I just chop those into pretty small little pieces. And then you'll just saute that for 5 to 7 minutes or until everything is nice and softened. And you can definitely saute this in oil, but I personally just saute it in water. I feel like it's a little bit less greasy that way, a little bit healthier, and I've found that it just tastes a little bit better that way to me, but you can definitely do whatever works for you. And then while your veggies are cooking, you will go ahead and take your 2 cans of rinsed and drained black beans, put them into a bowl, and just go ahead and mash them up. You want to be sure to mash them up pretty well, but also leave some of the black beans intact so that you have a little bit of added texture to the filling. And then once your black beans are all mashed up and ready to go, you will move back over to your pan of sauteing veggies and just make sure to continue stirring that so they don't burn. And then once they are almost done cooking, you will add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and just cook that for about another minute or 2 without letting the garlic burn. Next, you're going to add in your mashed black beans and just give that a good mix until it is pretty well incorporated. It does not have to be completely incorporated because you will be stirring it later on, but I just like to get it as good as I can. Next, you'll add in 2 tablespoons of cornmeal. This can be white cornmeal or yellow cornmeal, just whatever you have will work. And then add in 1.5 tablespoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And I would just say to experiment with cayenne pepper a little bit because we are making this very not spicy for our kids. So we usually just add in about 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 teaspoon. But if you want this to be a little bit spicier of a dish, you can definitely add a little bit more. Then once all of your spices are mixed in, you're going to add in 1 cup of salsa. And again, you can use a spicier salsa if you want this to be a little bit spicy. But since we are making this for our boys, we just use some mild salsa. And then once everything is completely stirred up and mixed together, you will go ahead and just put the lid on and you will just cook it for a few more minutes on low heat. That is all there is to this recipe. This is such a delicious filling. You can put it into hard shell tacos, soft shell tacos. You can even make it into burritos, just whatever you want. It is so flavorful and so delicious. And then you can add on whatever toppings you want. Today, I just used lettuce and tomatoes, but my very favorite thing to add on is some homemade guacamole. It is so simple to make and it's so delicious, but I didn't have any avocados this day, so I went a little bit simpler with it. You can also add on some spicy salsa or some sriracha. It is so good that way as well. I feel like toppings are so fun to play around with on your tacos. It can just make your tacos so much tastier, and it can also really change up the flavor of your tacos. So if you guys have some good ones, leave me a comment down below letting me know, and do not forget to subscribe down below if you are not already, and also follow me over on Instagram. I do share a lot of good meal ideas in my Instagram stories that I don't always make actual videos for, so I would love for you guys to go check me out on there, and I will see you guys in my next one.